This week on the Shake Up podcast, good friends of mine, travel gurus, Hayley Anderson and Kyle Hunter join me on the mic. Kyle and Hayley have made their mark through following their passion for travel, and they're some of the most sought-after influential travel content creators. It started as a hobby and it rapidly transformed into a full-time role where they both travel the world together, documenting every step of the way. With COVID putting a massive halt on their plans to travel internationally, Kyle and Hayley did not let the global pandemic slow them down and instead took to traveling in their own backyard of Australia. It's incredible to hear the stories of how passion and hard work became a reality for this young couple. So let's get in this episode to hear about all their personal journeys and all the bits in between. P.S. Kyle owns a Defender. And if you don't know, he'll tell you. All right, welcome to another episode of the Shake Up podcast. Today we've got a couple of Goldie rat bags in the building. Couple of friends of mine. KYLE. He's on fire. Fuck up.
He's on fire
Don't worry, his name's Kylie.
Kyle,
Yeah.
Kylie, and Hayley. How are ya?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
Thanks.
You guys, welcome to the studio. I can't believe I fucked that up. Sorry for that. We just had this discussion of my names and pronunciation.
Everyone calls him Kylie, or my sisters call him
Guys
Kylie.
make me nervous.
Not
that's
one
why.
person calls me Kyle.
I'm 100%. That's all
Jarrad,
I'm calling
you should be ashamed.
Can you hack his
He's
Instagram and change his name?
He told me to stop calling him Kylie because it's embarrassing.
Nah, it's not embarrassing. I love it.
How do you guys meet? Like, I don't know the story of how you guys met, how we got here.
You go.
Who approached who?
We knew each other in school.
Where'd you guys go to school?
PBC.
PBC.
Yeah.
Full
Yeah.
travel. You guys are a little bit younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't you? We just had this discussion as
Yeah,
well.
we did.
Yeah. You are on fire.
Because I went to PBC as well.
Yeah.
Palm Beach.
Nah, great school.
Absolute banging
Produces
school.
some absolute legends. It's a bit
Absolutely.
different now, though. Like, back in the day, it was, like, very...
Losing track here.
No, well, like, back in the day, PBC was a bit like, you know...
Mate, when I went
Bit
there,
tough.
there was footy, surfing,
Yeah.
and then there was thug life.
Yeah, now it's a certified... It's a Catholic school now.
Is it?
Yeah,
No.
not really, but you know what I mean.
But it's like, it's got fences and stuff.
Yeah, it's like the
can't go to-
You
huge
can't
gates.
just walk out the gates.
Can't
like
go to
we used
Macca's at lunchtime
No.
and
Nah.
Anyway,
Go on, sorry.
we met in school, but didn't really know each other that well. Kind of knew each other, and then we kind of became friends out of school. We'd see each other out clubbing. Back in the clubbing days.
Back in the club. What club?
Oh,
Platinum.
Platinum.
Platinum. Okay.
I used to love Platinum.
Bit of house
we used to
music.
hear
I see it.
Platinum.
Lies Bar into Platinum.
Tommy Trash.
Yeah. Timmy Trumpet. He still goes there.
The good old days. And became friends, seeing each other out, and then started hanging out as friends. We hung out as friends for like 7 months before we became
Intimate.
intimate. But yeah, that's the story.
And that's
Yep.
how you guys met. And then
Yeah.
when did because you guys obviously have huge Instagram followings. How did that do you guys have normal jobs? You used to work at the fruit shop, didn't you? Down at Tugan.
Yeah, I did.
I
That was
remember
my-
someone was like, I was doing something. Someone was like, "Oh, Hayley's applied for a job or whatever." It was when I had the agency. I can't remember whatever it was. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
But I remember Katie was like, she messaged me. She's like, "Hey, Hayley is an amazing photographer. If you ever need photos or anything
Did
done,
she?
yeah,
Oh, what a darling.
She hit me up, and that's kind of
I did.
And then, yeah, that's
I
kinda,
made juices
Yep.
and smoothies.
made juices. What did you used to do?
I was
before?
a roofer.
A roofer.
I
I
left
got a
school.
roof out the back that needs doing.
Those days are gone. I was a roofer. I left school, did roofing, metal roofing. Did it for about 4 years, and then I moved down to Coffs Harbour.
Yeah.
Did my apprenticeship in concrete testing. So I
Stop
could have done
it.
that at the back as well. And then did that for like 4 years as well, and then we went traveling.
Yeah, right.
And
I
then
was at
stopped.
uni.
Yeah, you're at uni and
I was at uni studying marketing actually. So I wasn't just doing like
Just wasn't
a normal boring job.
yeah.
Well, not
No.
boring job, just like, yeah, I was at uni. I
studying,
hated it.
doing stuff.
I did hate it, but that's fine.
Did the traveling lead to the content creation, or did the
Yeah.
content creation inspire to go traveling? What came first?
well,
Ooh.
Hayley always loved photography.
I remember because when you were at the fruit shop, you were selling filters, like Lightroom filters.
Oh, I
doing
would
different
have.
ones.
You were
I
just-
would
yeah,
have.
you were
That's
doing
when I
that.
came back and
I-
worked for a bit.
I bought
yeah.
some. I actually bought some like back in the OG
no,
days.
they're
Yeah,
so
when
bad. Get rid of those ones. Oh, the old ones. No.
I probably still got them on my laptop.
Yeah.
I'll send you the new
The new updated,
ones.
yeah.
The new ones are good. Get the new
new
ones,
good
mate. But yeah, what?
Yeah, I was into photography. Kyle bought me my first like digital camera. I think I was into photography like since I was really, really young. And my interest grew more. And when Kyle bought me a camera, I was doing it like, I don't know, down my street, taking photos of leaves and flowers and whatever else I could take photos of. Yeah, just to try to teach myself.
Go out to like Lamington and like Springbrook.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just to try and get the content that Hayley wanted.
Yeah, and then when I was at uni, I think I saw these girls were like blogging and they were traveling the world and they were like doing it full time. I was like, what is this? Like, I want to do this so bad. So when we finished uni, I was like, we're going traveling. And so like the idea of like the photography kind of inspired the travel, like together. Like I wanted to travel at the same time. We both really wanted to travel. So yeah, it was kind of like a combination, I guess.
Kind of allowed you. And then you kind of became the bit of the camera wizard. Like it kind of
I was
changed
never,
around, right? Like
I was never really into it that much. Well, I wasn't into it at all. And then, bought Hayley a camera and then, started traveling in the van. Like we had this old Ford Transit in Europe. We flew to Scotland, bought this old beaten up Ford Transit. It had like a bed in the back. It was pretty cool actually. But looking back, like, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was
I think back, I'm like, why did we buy that? It was
like, you
so
couldn't
bad.
stand up straight. You had to cook on your knees. You'd be on your knees cooking and everything.
Hunched over cooking.
But,
bad, yeah.
We just traveled Europe and that. And then that's sort of when I got into it. But Hayley taught me how to take a photo and how to like use a camera pretty much. I didn't have any interest and no idea.
I know you guys do this on TikTok and on Instagram a lot is like, show me the photos that your boyfriend used to take of you versus show me the photos that your boyfriend takes.
Taught him well.
Yeah,
she's taught me
well. Yeah,
and they're insane. Like like there's no comparison.
I know.
No, but
you've come a long way.
To be fair, I still get the finger over the lens when I'm taking a photo of an iPhone.
You do.
Yeah, but no.
You're good now. But yeah, Kyle wasn't really interested in it for like a while. I think I was like, can you take a photo of me here? And he's like, oh, like why? And then I think the more we got into it and the more followers I kind of gained. And then Kyle was like, oh, wow, this is actually really cool. And
something's sort of starting to happen.
Something is.
Jobs or requests for
that's
content
when it
coming
felt
in.
real. You're like, oh, like, fuck, what is this? Like, we'd like, we can like travel and make money by just taking photos. And like,
it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome. Because
you guys do a lot of work. Like I know you currently do a lot of work for like Queensland tourism and like you guys have done some stuff with Northern Territory and stuff like that. Like,
so like Queensland's probably our biggest client.
Yeah.
In like we're in like this program with Queensland. We're like Queensland creators.
Yeah.
So I think there's like 8 of us maybe around the state, and whenever Queensland have like a content gap from any of these places around the state, they'll send us there to like create content for them.
Yeah.
So we work with Queensland a lot. Tourism Australia, we worked with them a few times this year. Northern Territory, heaps, like a lot of tourism boards. Like,
that's
even
amazing.
Small tourism operators. Most of our work is like travel and tourism based.
Yeah.
They're like our biggest kind of jobs and our biggest clients, which we wanted. So, and it's actually so good that we can still do it. And we haven't been able to leave Australia. Like,
you haven't been able to leave. Even leave the state a lot of the time.
That's like our Queensland work's been pumping. Like we've done a lot of big tourism gigs this year. This past 12 months we wanted to do as well. Like that was the whole thing. When we started sort of seeing that we could make a job out of this and we could travel and everything, we were like, all right, we want to work with tourism boards or like airlines because that can continue us to travel at the same time. Hayley does other work like other brandy sort of stuff, which is still cool. I don't really do that. It's not really my
it's not really your lane.
Nah, I'm not going to be there like laying on a rug and like looking pretty. Like unfortunately, I can't pull that off.
But it's really good because when we do the tourism work, it's usually for Kyle and I.
Yeah.
We get like approached to do it together. So that's really awesome. Like we've hardly had times where it's like, oh,
we
sorry,
just want Kyle.
Yeah. There's been a few times like that, but like most of the work we do it together. So which is really cool.
Yeah. That's
awesome that people like it's not a package deal, but kind of people approach it like that. Like they know, hey, if we're going to approach one, we should probably approach the other. And we'll get heaps better. We'll get a better result and better content.
It's not like you see a lot of couples that have Instagrams and travel and they have like a joint account as well. Like we steered away from that just because we didn't want to like.
I was about to ask where that is. Is it like, is it hidden somewhere where you just don't use it?
Nah, fuck. Because that just
couple
like,
goals or whatever it is.
I couldn't get away with posting some of that stuff. I don't think my mates would let me get away with it.
No, they don't know your mates, and they definitely wouldn't let you get away with it.
No, it's actually so good that we have separate accounts because having it together, I think you get more opportunities having it separate because I get my jobs that are like, I don't know, fashion or like stuff that Kyle would not be involved with. So
absolutely.
I don't know if I would want a shared account.
Yeah.
No, I think it would cause a few arguments, to be honest.
Absolutely.
We argue enough as it is.
We don't need to add anything to it. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we're gonna get this speed test going. Is there anyone on the board that you want to beat besides Ellie? Obviously, you guys are very good friends.
Ellie Watson, I'm coming for you.
Forsey,
coming for you. Connor Watson, Matt Croker, and Kalen Ponga, and obviously Jarrad Bell.
coming for them all.
I'm coming for
Just
everyone.
go through the list, mate.
And Kyle said I was the competitive one.
No, I'm just taking the piss. I'm a chill guy.
Who do you reckon's going to take the win here?
Hayley.
All right.
No, Kyle, he bartended for ages.
Okay.
So not me.
Not in fucking years.
Yeah, but you were really good at it.
Who makes your drinks at home?
Oh,
I don't know. I swear I get roped in. If your mum and your sisters come around.
I only see you making the drinks because
That's-
it's Hayley filming.
Yeah.
So I don't
I
could
make
be a dark horse here.
Yeah. Maybe. Who knows? You have to keep watching.
I haven't
All
made
right.
that many cocktails, so we'll see how I go.
All right, we'll get set up and we'll find out.
Yeah.
All right. We got the timer here. Where are we? Stopwatch.
Yep.
75 mils of mix.
Yep.
45 mils of tequila. Ice. 5 shakes. Strain it out. Put your garnish on top.
Yep.
However you get there, that'll be your time.
All
All right.
right. Will I be able to see the clock?
No.
All right.
I can show you if you want. It'll distract you. All right, so we're gonna go on 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Bang.
Oh, no.
Bit of ice. Fill her up. All the way to the top. All the way to the top. Tip that bottle upside down, mate.
Tip it up. Yeah, tip
Tip
right
it
up.
upside down. Tip it. Yeah. The higher you tip, the better. There you go. Bang. 5 shakes. Here we go.
Good time so far.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get that open.
Oh, baby,
Oh,
that's good.
lordy, that's a spill. Strain it out. Get it out. 21:07.
Oh! Fourth. Fourth, that's a good time.
How's the garnish?
Probably 50% of the drink.
Can we get a gauge on the garnish?
Can we get a gauge on? Is there any in there, or is he just full?
Just straight at the bottom. Straight at the bottom.
Straight. He's
Your eyes got me.
rehydrated.
Right.
Loman.
That was good.
That was good time.
Oh, I really wanted to beat ya.
Good time. All right, Hayley, it's your turn.
Here we go.
21:07's the time to beat. Okay. Put your hand off the.
Can we? Is there like an
Can I get a
official
gauge
rules?
on the fucking? Get
We
a gauge on the legitimacy of
Deducted
it.
3 seconds for that, sweetheart.
All right, we're gonna go on 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
Hold it here. or-
No, you just have your hands up
Hayley,
in the
stop
air
trying
wherever.
to find ways to cheat.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. 3, 2, 1, go. Ice, bang, all the way top. Flip that thing upside down. Go, 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 go,
Very
go.
good.
Dump it in the tin. There you go. Bang. All right, tequila.
Go,
Half-
Hales.
Second line down. Go. Bang. Glass on top. Shake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crack that thing open. Yeah! Strainer on top. Strainer on top. Strain it out. Strain it out. Strain it out. Holy fuck. 21:40.
Oh! Wait, what?
Fastest.
Kyle.
Hey, that's good.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm sweating.
Told you it was competitive.
Yeah, that's fourth and fifth on the board.
So I was 21:04, you were 21:40.
Oh, that's fucking.
Gold Coast power couple in the shaking industry.
Wow, that is, yeah.
Tourism Queensland to reach out if we get you behind the bar as well.
Guest bartenders.
I'm not looking forward to the facial expressions.
Couple of good times up here.
Yeah, mate. Not our first rodeo.
21:40. Hayley, Kyle, 21:07. Guess the W. You are competitive. I know you play golf and shit all the time. Like, you're definitely competitive.
I wanted.
Oh, yeah,
I
Hayley, you
wouldn't want-
wanted it more.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't
You
want.
wanted it more.
I honestly wouldn't have wanted to beat Kyle. That would have.
Oh, the car trip home would
That
be
wouldn't have
dramas.
been-
I'd be like, I cannot believe you betrayed me like that.
Get home, whip the shake out, rightio.
Let's go again. Come on, get it out. Get the timer
Let's
out.
get the timer out. Let's go again.
Oh, God. That was good.
Thank you for
so
doing that, guys.
impressed.
I was nervous as
Mate,
hell.
where are they? Kirsten, it's like 4th and 5th, I think.
That is
4th and 5th.
Look, I wanted
Thank
first.
you.
I just wanted to knock you off because you're so smug about yourself, mate.
Mate, I'm smug as all hell.
And I just want to knock you off your perch.
Mate, it's going to take some absolute
I'll be
magic.
back in here.
It's
I'll
gonna
come in
ma-
every Friday. I'll come back.
It's going to take some magic to knock me off my perch.
That's true.
FYI, I beat that time the other day.
Did ya?
So, yeah.
Why don't you
That
change
true?
it?
No, because it's not official. You got to do it part of the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's not
okay,
official.
right,
Doesn't
okay.
count, you know.
You're doing it like at home by
I
yourself
didn't-
timing.
No, I did it. We did it. We had like an induction with our staff.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, do it, show everyone how quick you do it." Blah, blah, blah. And then Mikey, who's my business partner, came in and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to beat you this time." Blah blah. And then I was drinking it while he was still shaking it. He's got the habit of like, as a bartender, when you pick something up, you feel like you must need to throw it or something.
He's doing the
Like,
mixologist, like,
you might-
down the
it's
arm.
like there's some weird thing that you feel like you need to spin something or
Yeah.
move the ball in a tricky way.
Yeah.
So it brings him undone every time.
Yeah, well, that's it. Just rip in. That's
Just
what you got to do.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
The guys, we'll touch a little bit more on, I guess, like the travel and the Insta and the content creator. Because you guys just like, is it heavily Instagram only? You guys do a bit of TikTok stuff as well?
YouTube.
You do guys do heaps, like
Yeah.
cool YouTube stuff.
We got like 50, almost 60,000 subscribers
Subs,
on
yeah.
YouTube, which is good. But we just post like so irregular. Like
Yeah.
we haven't posted in 3 months. Like there's too many big gaps.
Yeah.
Because we want like the videos. I think what me and Hayley worry about is making the videos so high quality when we sort of could be.
Yeah.
We sort of could focus on just like
It's a fine line
pumping-
between a job and a like YouTube in itself is a job,
Oh,
but you're
man.
already working on other pieces of.
It's a lot of time and effort, and there is so much else that's creating a lot of time and effort too. So trying to squeeze it all in and be on every platform is really hard.
Yeah.
But
YouTube's probably the like takes most time. It just
yeah.
when you're filming a vlog or like any sort of video, it's just so much more than anything else. I feel.
Mm.
And because
It's
do
a
you
lot of
guys
work.
like like when somebody comes along and goes, "Hey, we want to do X, we want to do this project, we just talked about, we want you to go out to a winery, we're going to send you out in a helicopter, we're going to bring you back." Do they kind of give you like a fair bit of an outline of what they like the deliverables are and what they want to see from it, which makes it easier?
Yeah, they do. Like some of our clients will have like kind of like a mood board and what do they call it?
Shot list.
Like
Yeah,
a shot
shot
list,
list,
which
yeah.
makes it like a lot easier because sometimes if they go off on say you have creative freedom
Yeah.
and then you send them the draft and they just want to change everything and
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, okay, so why don't you just tell me what you wanted?
Yeah, sometimes you do get
It's
clients-
really
It's always the
yeah.
way.
Yeah, well, like a lot
Yeah.
of the time, like Queensland tourism, there's always a shot list.
Yeah.
or there's
Yeah.
always a mood board.
It makes it easier.
A lot of time, if we're filming a video with a client like that, they will literally be like, "Okay, you go in here. Like, here's your itinerary. These are the shots we want in this place. Bang, 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 bang."
So
And
many
just-
people don't even realize that half that shit's for internal use.
Yeah, I know.
Like half the shots and stuff that they're requesting is for internal use
Yeah.
for them
Yeah, it
to
is, yeah.
show their bosses that they did their job or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then, maybe 10, 15% of those shots actually make it to Instagram or Facebook
Yeah.
or LinkedIn or
Yeah.
what,
Yeah, we
wherever
usually
it goes.
will send a huge like Dropbox folder full of hundreds of images
Yeah.
and then they just select
Select.
out of those. But the recent job I did was actually for TikTok and that's the first time I've had a TikTok job. So that's
That's
actually
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah.
It was easy because it was literally like we just filmed everything on the iPhone.
On the
which
phone.
is so
Yeah.
like foreign to us because every time we do a job, it's like gotta have the Canon, gotta have the gimbal, like we have the whole
Got
setup.
to have the setup, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then this one was like just get the iPhone out. And
Do your hardest.
But it's literally like
it was so good. I loved it.
This is like the 13, and like the quality of this camera is skits.
It's got like cinematic mode and the
Literally.
video and all that
you
kind
can
of
like
stuff.
pull
eh?
focus,
Pretty
you
cool.
can change like the aperture and everything, like post, like after you make
Yeah.
it, like in settings and everything.
Do you guys get gifted like those kind of things, like when a new phone comes out, or you just go, you know what?
I feel bad
Yeah,
bragging
Apple
about
send
it.
us Apple send us phones.
Yeah, but like that when
Yeah.
new like you see on YouTube, when new tech comes out, every YouTuber gets it. And
Yeah.
I imagine the same sort of thing happens with content. Like when we bring a new mix out, we send it to everybody.
Yeah.
Like it's how the world works now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
how people like you're on here pumping up the new iPhone 13
Yeah,
Yeah.
go buy it
because he wants the 14.
Apple, if you're listening, which I know you will be.
But that's like that's the way of the world. But like it's cool that you every time a phone comes out, like it's expensive, man. Like cameras,
So expensive.
video equipment, using and like shooting at a high resolution and all those kind of things. And man, it adds up. Gimbals,
Drones.
subscriptions to Adobe,
Oh, mate.
everything that comes along with it. There's it
All the
adds up
bells and
very
whistles.
quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, well, everything that we kind of post, like video stuff, I guess TikTok and Reels on Instagram and TikTok, is shot with our phones. Like we rarely actually film for Instagram with our cameras. So Apple just send us when they release new ones, because we're kind of always showing how to use the phones. And so it's sick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's rad. I got to buy mine.
Unless
You're
you're
wondering. Carissa's got the 13. I've got the 12.
Oh God, life's
She
tough.
she
isn't it?
lost it. She lost her 12, so she got a 13.
Oh, right.
On the business.
And
so,
she's smart, mate.
yeah.
Very good.
And then I guess is there like when you go to film vlogs and stuff, because you are filming your own thing, do you have to like storyboard it out, or is that why it doesn't happen? Is because it probably doesn't feel
We do storyboard it sometimes.
as natural, or like
We sort of know if we're going to if we're
you've got
doing
to give your own deliverables.
100%. That's true. But like if we're going somewhere, we'll like, I say we wouldn't storyboard it as much. We would sort of just have a
You
bit
kind
of
of
our
have
own,
to have a plan.
our own sort of mood boards that we share with each other and be like, okay, this is what we want to do when we go here, and like this is a good location to do this shot and that sort of stuff.
We always talk about like how we're going to intro it, and then the sequence of how the video is going to flow.
We have like we might have it in our notes on our phone, on our iPhone 13.
Yeah. At this rate, I'm gonna get one.
We'll have like how we want it to flow, all that sort of stuff, and
And we usually have like a videographer with us.
Yeah.
Just makes it so much easier
it's
to have someone else there film both of us together. I think
Yeah.
that's a whole lot of the reason why we don't.
People
a
want
lot
to
of
see you guys
vlogs.
together, not one or the other. That's kind of that people are invested in you
vlogs
guys, not.
The vlogs when we bring someone on with us have performed the best.
That's
because it's more
love
natural.
That, yeah. It's a lot easier too to have someone filming it and trying to like be in the video.
Selfie mode is tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough gig.
You're like, wait, stop. Let's just like bang. Like you're trying to do it. Like you sort of lose a moment a little
in
bit.
airports and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it just feels a little bit awkward. Where if there's somebody doing it, it can feel a little bit more natural, a little less.
And it
I guess,
helps like
intimidating.
the videographer is also a creative, so we kind of like all spin ideas off each other, and it just flows really well. So I love filming vlogs.
Yeah,
for
filming
YouTube.
vlogs is
I want
good.
to do more, but it is a lot of effort. But I love it.
Because I've heard rumor is that you guys are absolute workhorses, like in terms of like the less glamorous side of like going and doing all these fun things, that you guys will like, you'll finish your day and you go home and you just download everything and then you edit and cut and do everything like fresh, like right then and there, and then cut up content, deliver content really quick. Is it true?
Hayley's stoked you said that. Because no one ever realizes like, when they see what we do on Instagram, people are always like, oh, you guys just go on holiday full time. And it's just so...
Or it's these ones, how was your holiday? Or like, have fun on your holiday. You're like, I'm working.
It's so far from that. Like it is, we do love it. And like, it's amazing. We go to all these destinations and like, we still like, obviously love what we do, but it is
You're still playing golf on Wednesdays.
Exactly.
But like,
the
rumor is that you guys are absolute workhorses, and like when like content, when you're creating content and you're in the zone, it is very quick and it's turned around like sharpish, and when you guys are on, you're on. And
when we're on the job, it's really intense. Like you're waking up at the crack of dawn, you're going all day, and you get home, and like you said, you're uploading all the content onto like you're obviously getting all the photos and stuff off your memory cards, but then you're posting your stories for the day, and you're wanting to do a post. You're trying to edit the photos, like go through all the photos and try to edit, so you're up late. And by the end of like trips, we're pretty wrecked. But like it's funny because we're literally paid to make it look like we're on a holiday. So like that's what so it kind of looks like we're just like woo, like off like all these cool locations, which we are. But it's a lot of work.
For me personally, someone who's like edits photos and videos, I like to edit like similar way. Like I'd rather download it right then and there while it's fresh. Yeah. Because I remember the shots I took or the videos I took versus editing it. Like some people will take vlog content and then release it like a week later or whatever, and they've got to go back and remember, I did this at this time. Or
I know people that do that.
There's a lot of stuff that takes it doesn't, it becomes less relevant and less
Yeah.
fresh, and you don't get as good an end product.
You don't feel as excited for it as well, so you don't put as much effort into it
you
as
know,
well.
when you're out all day shooting, you know what you shot that day, and you're like, fuck, I want to get back and get some more laptops so I can start editing. Like exactly what you said. Like some people, which is like that's just their process. So they'll shoot all these photos and they won't touch them. They'll get them on the computer, obviously, but they won't touch. They won't start editing until
I can't do that
post trip. Nah, I want to see what I've shot. I want to like.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I think I get over the content if I leave it for too long. I'm like, oh, like I've shot something else since, so I'm like,
you're putting up all your stories and stuff like that.
That takes so much time as well. Like
the stories take a lot.
Because you want to like get like the stories off your phone, then you want to chuck a couple of drone clips in there, and then you might want to chuck in some high res photos that you've taken on the Canon or whatever. Like that just takes so much time.
Yeah, because that is like part of the job as well. Like posting stories and making them like really good at the same time. So
what are the other less glamorous parts of the holiday of the job? Do you reckon?
There's a lot of like we sit at home in our office like a lot, like just doing boring office work, like desk, like
well,
computer
you still
work.
have to do tax, BAS,
everything.
Oh, yeah.
Accounting, invoicing.
Yeah.
Who does the deals?
We got a manager.
Yeah, we do.
Do you?
Yeah.
He
How
does.
good?
Yeah. So he does like we still handle quite a lot of deals ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, not really actually.
I prefer to send them off.
He does most of them.
I really don't like negotiating. I find it like a really
I don't mind doing it. Let's see if like
depends on the person, right? Like if you have a personal relationship, heaps easier to have a conversation.
Yeah.
If you don't, heaps easier to pass on somebody else to have that hard conversation.
Definitely.
Well, we've been working with our manager for like three years now, probably. So we're super close to him. He knows exactly how we work. Like we'll just send him the job, just forward the email, and he will just handle it.
Yeah.
But
cool.
like,
It's
say if
so
we're working
good.
with Queensland Tourism, I'll just handle that for both of us because we know and we have that personal relationship already. And it's just easier sometimes because there's so much back and forth.
Negotiating part really sucks.
Yeah.
Is there any parts that you like, kind of like, that's Hayley's part, that's Kyle's part, we don't cross over?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we had this discussion the other day. Like if this is your job, then you have to do it. If this is my job, I have to do it. Because like I think there was a point where we're like, you should do it or you should do it. But I think we've just split it up now. And I like do like the marketing back end kind of stuff with like our online shop, and I have a
you
blog.
guys sell prints and everything as well.
Yeah.
Like, you got like an online shop. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of handle all that stuff, and marketing side, and Kyle does the. You can tell them.
I'll deal with like a lot of our clients that are outside of our manager. I'll deal with all them.
Shaking hands and kissing babies.
Exactly. I'm just there.
Getting on calls.
Getting on calls. I'm always getting on calls, which I like doing. I'd rather like hop on a call so the people that we're dealing with can I can talk to them and then we can start.
Yeah, face value,
You know what I mean? Like it's so much easier to communicate and they can see what type of people we are.
Yeah.
Like rather than, I feel like when you're talking over email, it can get a bit, some things can come across differently.
Can't get tone of voice in 100%, an email.
And it can get a bit, you know what I mean? So like I like to get on the calls and then prints. I deal with all the prints and that sort of stuff. It's pretty, I feel like Hayley puts so much effort into the marketing side, especially with like advertising for our presets and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, because you got the preset. You can go download if you like taking photos. Because you got like there's mobile Lightroom ones.
Yeah, that's what
you can actually like go in and like you download Lightroom to your phone, which is a photo editing app, and then you can download these guys' presets and it'll basically edit your photo for you to a degree, and you just have to do slight touch ups here and there with like tone and color and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing.
I try to create them so that you don't have to do as many tweaks. Like it's kind of like a one-click filter.
Yeah, because there's like 6 or 7 filters, and it's like if it's a dark photo, you can kind of use this one, or if it's a light one, use this.
There's loads of options in like, I don't know how many different packs we have, but I kind of have a pack for like a film style or like a more subtle style, or we've got like a moody, or there's bright and creamy, like you know, kind of like
I reckon that we have.
Yeah, different set styles to each pack, but then inside those packs you've got all different filters as well, so you have heaps of options in there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've bought a few back in my time.
Yeah.
I bought your first ones, I reckon.
Mate, we'll hook you up.
Yeah, we will.
10% off this time.
Swap your margarita.
These are on the house, aren't they?
Bill's on the way out, mate. Leave the money on the fridge. How, like, creating the presets, do you update them every now and then? Like, do you go through and like every year you release it, or like travel inspired, or?
So we do have a lot, and I look back on the ones that I first created, and I just kind of want to take them off the website because it's just so far from my style. Because my style for editing changes,
adapts and grows as you get older,
changes
and
all the time.
places you go.
So I don't update the packs. Essentially, I just create new ones. Yeah, that are more my style. But yeah, there are some ones in there that I'm like, ooh. I don't know about
Probably wouldn't run that one anymore.
But that's just like your personal opinion on
that.
them.
Is
like,
my people love them. Yeah,
People
Like,
still,
yeah.
it's just my personal style changes a lot. So
Yeah.
people still froth out in those ones. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
This travel, like, are you guys excited for the border to open?
Yeah.
I'm kind of nervous.
It just feels a bit surreal. I don't know why. Like, you're like, because we've been just sort of stuck in Queensland for so long.
I went to Tweedheads the other night for a meeting.
Yeah.
And I got peppered on the way back.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like, properly peppered. And then a mate of mine landed in Sydney from Switzerland yesterday, and he could walk his dog from
It's fucking wild, man.
From Bronte to Bondi, living life as per normal. I can't even go to Tweedheads without getting absolutely hammered.
Yeah.
Like,
well, we were out at the Scenic Rim last week, and that like is right on the border of Queensland and New South Wales. And we're on this like little country road. We're just driving. Like, border police is right there.
nah.
Yeah.
But they were sweet. They were like, he was pretty cool.
He said, lucky I like recognize your car.
He goes, lucky you're in a Defender, mate. I wouldn't let you go otherwise. He was, and he was.
Do you own a Defender, do you?
Just waiting to drop that in. He got his moment.
If anyone doesn't know, Kyle owns a Defender and he's real proud of it.
I'm a tragic.
Here's my moment.
I used to have a day with Matisse, you know, and that's about a third of the size of the Defender. It looked like a genuine toaster. I only had 4 gears, and someone stole my roof racks off it. So if you're watching this right now, I'm fucking coming for you. All right. No, we're very excited. I think we're going to New Zealand in January.
That was my next question. If like people are starting to reach out and be like, hey, looks like things are going to open up. We want to start booking some external of Australia trips and stuff.
I reckon that like start of next year, when Australia is like fully open for tourism, we'll start to get international jobs because like people want Aussies to go to their country, like because Aussies spend the most money. Like if you go to Greece or you're anywhere like that, you ask anyone that works in the bars, anything like that, who spends the most money, who, you know, it's always Aussies.
Australians,
So people want Aussies for tourism.
I really hope that we get work because I'm dying to go overseas and like do some work in different countries because I've been stuck here for 2 years.
Like the end of 2019 before COVID hit, we were like literally the last 3 or 4 months of that year, we went from like Malta to Japan, back to Italy, to Scotland, then to America, then to Indonesia, back to Australia, back to America, it was just crazy. Like
just hit in Egypt in there. We were really burnt out after 2019. So
it wasn't very sustainable. Like,
do you reckon it'll change? Like you probably won't go as hard on the
I feel like we might though because we've been like haven't traveled for so long. We might just go like real hard and then burn out again. Oh,
it's tough though now because like we got the house coming next year and then like me and her now struggle to like go away for so long because we've got Bowie, our godson. And like if we go away for 2 weeks, we're just like, nah, we need to get home. We need to see him. Like he's gonna forget us. He's gonna forget who we are. Like gotta get home. So like I don't know if I could do a 3-month trip with that little Bowie.
Right.
Unless Ellie and Alex let me take him.
I feel like I'm overwhelmed as well. The thought of traveling overseas, like I feel like it's really foreign now to me, and even like kind of planning a trip overseas is like kind of really daunting to me right now because I feel like I don't even know where to begin and how to plan.
Well, I think from what I understand, the hardest part is getting out of and into Australia. Yeah, like Europe is. A friend works for a bikini company and she's been over in Europe and Greece and all these beautiful places doing whatever the hell she wants, whenever she wants, how she wants to do it. Like no rules, no checking on vaxxers, no nothing, like no masks, no nothing. So like I think the hardest part is currently getting in and out of here.
Really hope we can get in and out of Queensland by January. I think is that the plan?
I think so.
I think they're aiming
December 18th.
Yeah,
it was.
yeah,
That's the thing.
18th.
What
is
for
the-
international?
Oh no,
Nah, for border to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
open
right.
to
December
and then-
17th it was.
December 17th, and then border open. So this podcast will probably be either out or about to come out when
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I think international travel not far behind it. Because currently it's still 2 weeks quarantine if you come in here, New South Wales.
See you
I
later.
know.
Take your dog down to Bondi in the
Yeah, I
Arvo.
know.
You fucking
Crazy.
do what you want.
It's
I
wild,
know,
eh?
I know these girls who are moving to Queensland and they can't get into Queensland. So while they're like moved out of their rental in Sydney, they're just going to London for a couple of weeks because they can't get into Queensland.
That's mad.
Nah,
yeah,
yeah.
right? It's so
Is it
crazy.
2019 again? Fucking hell. Like, yeah.
Has it affected like? Well, obviously, it's affected how you work and those kind of things. But does it have a effect on? Do you think like your global reach versus like
Yeah.
or like you're becoming more an like your
Well-
audience is Australian or because your audience would have been super global
It's still
2
pretty-
years ago.
Well, I
but
think my Aussie audience is like 30% of my followers are from Australia. And then
Yep.
before COVID, I think it was like 18.
yeah,
So that's bumped up heaps.
We want that though.
We want Aussie.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Because eventually we want to be in Australia long term and we
Yeah.
want to have it, we want it to be more sustainable and get more work within Australia and within like with within the tourism industry and
It's really
think
cool
it's
to be
done-
bringing people here.
yeah.
Like this is obviously a beautiful country. You guys have seen more country than most people, but like this is a beautiful country to invite people into,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
get so many messages with people that just like cannot wait for Australia to open the
Sick.
borders
Yeah.
because people just want to come here so badly.
that's awesome.
I think we've done some good work with promoting
Yeah,
Australia.
you
seriously.
guys absolutely have. Like I'm watching videos, so I'm like, fuck, I need to go do some of this shit.
I
Yeah.
had to go to Darwin actually.
We've been everywhere. We try to do everything that we can because we've been stuck here. But
yeah.
Before when it hit and you're like doing all that travel, and then you're like, fuck, shit, we got to get. Like, do you guys were you somewhere else and you had to go? Shit, we need to get home.
Yeah, we're in WA.
yeah,
We were in Exmouth and we're with our friend Jackson and Anastasia Palaszczuk was like, right, Queensland borders are closing on this date, whatever it was, and it was the next day. So we're in Exmouth, which is 12 hours from Perth. So to drive 12 hours that whole day, get back to Perth, to fly out the next day to get back. That was March. That was when it first hit, and like no one knew what was happening.
Yeah.
It was scary. Like,
we were
Did
in
you guys go,
Vietnam
like-
actually when it first like
kicked
came
off,
a
yeah.
thing, and
Oh,
I don't think
yeah.
I think there was one case on the Gold Coast, and it was like, oh my gosh, there's a case on the Gold Coast, and in Vietnam everyone was freaking out, like wearing masks and like we're like really scared. I'm like, do we come home? Like, what's happening?
What do we do?
we're in Vietnam in February.
yeah,
We got back from Vietnam. And we went straight to the Whitsundays with a job with Corona beer.
Oh yeah.
And that was
heavy.
when like
Yeah.
the Corona
all
and
the
then-
memes and shit were coming
Yeah.
out, eh?
But
everyone
everyone
was like questioning us, like, why are you there, like doing that? I'm like, it's a beer company, like
people then were taking the piss like, oh, this will be gone in a month. Like, fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
they
Like,
actually did suffer.
oh,
like, real
Corona. I
bad.
think Corona.
Yeah,
Corona
their share
beer.
prices plummeted.
That's sad.
Yeah, which sucked.
Mm.
Which is a point where you're like, shit, we might have to get normal jobs here. Like,
Nah.
just for like, fuck it, we'll just make it work.
Yeah,
We
literally.
still like.
Because I've got musician friends that are very well, like touring musicians that now run cafes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like it's pretty heavy out there. Like some of the stuff that's happened.
I think we've been really lucky. We've got a lot of work. Like we've actually been, like our workload hasn't changed. It's been exactly
Yeah.
the same. And we've been really lucky. We kind of have put ourselves out there a lot to get a lot of work. Like I feel
Yeah.
like
Well,
we've just been working with so many different people in Australia that you just get more work the more work you do.
Well, last year was our best year. Like,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
financially. Like
Yeah.
for our
That's
business,
awesome.
Which is so
Yeah.
surprising because we didn't have work from. Well, last financial year, we didn't have our first job until. Well, we had a job in August with NT Tourism. We didn't have anything till November.
Because
with
that was the strict
Queensland
lockdown.
Tourism, and then it was over summer was really good.
Yeah,
That's
I think I had a
amazing.
few little jobs here and there pop up, but I wasn't worried. I think Kyle's the warrior. he gets really worried and stressed, and I have to like talk him into like it's
It's
okay.
gonna-
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm
He
just very
still stresses,
No,
like,
I am
today.
like alert. I have all the different scenarios in my head, and
You're
I'm just like
alert.
it could go either way.
If this happens, this will happen.
Yeah, I'll be back-
I'm
a
the
little bit that way.
optimistic, and you're the
Yeah, I'm a
the
bit pessimistic.
Yeah, I'm a bit that
Sometimes.
way.
Yeah.
I feel you there.
It's just been a man. Negative.
Just finding your way.
Yeah.
Have you guys got any tips for people traveling overseas? what to pack, what to do,
I
things
get
to
this
see.
question.
Like, what's it like? What's the when this border opens up? Like, what's been the favorite thing? What's been the best thing you've done? Like, people have to go do that
Well, during COVID in Australia.
in Australia and overseas.
where they should go.
Where they should go or what they should do.
I find this question really hard because I'm like, everything's great. I just love
I
everything.
feel like if you come into Australia and you want to go to like some sick spots, Esperance in WA is a must. You got to go to Esperance.
It's like has our favorite beach in the world. There.
Duke of Orleans,
Yeah,
Morton's
right.
Bay.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
it's
that's
so
cool.
good. Yeah.
And then in Queensland, got to go to the Barrier Reef.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Got to
out
go
there.
to Lady Elliot Island if you can.
Yeah, Queensland. Look, we're big advocates for Queensland. It has like the best of everything, literally.
Yeah.
And it
With
has-
Sundays, and that's beautiful. Like
Yeah.
white
Crazy.
sandy beaches. Like if you nail the time,
Yeah.
like sun, sand,
Yeah,
like just
everything.
beautiful crystal clear water,
Mhm.
banks, like just sand banks in the middle of nowhere, sailing through that.
It's-
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's like
It's
even
so
like
good.
off North Queensland, like the sand caves you can go to off there. It's just like
Yeah. I think a lot of people want to come to Australia and swim with like turtles and manta rays and Queensland. Yeah, I'd say
that's the
Queensland.
place to do it.
But if you go overseas, where do we want to go?
Where would we?
Is that the question? Where do we want to go, or,
No,
or
no,
where do we recommend?
Where do you recommend? Like, what's the one place that you like? Wow,
Greece.
that blew my mind.
EOS, baby.
Right.
Go to EOS.
Okay. Let's
Kyle,
go.
Wait,
Shout out the Lost Boys Bar.
Can we get Mr. Consistent in the Lost Boys bar?
yes, that's such a good idea. That would be so good.
Greece is good. Where else do we love? Oman is amazing in the Middle East.
That yeah, we don't really have a favorite. I always said New Zealand was my favorite, but I think Europe at the moment. I'd say Italy.
Italy.
Yeah.
Just going back to Italy.
Yeah.
I want America as well. We want to go back. Yeah, I feel like
That's
America's
where we're
amazing.
going.
Straight to US of A.
Yeah, we're gonna go to. We actually planned like the next trip before COVID. We were going to go back to America and do like national parks, like from Yosemite up into Canada.
Ah, yep.
But Kyle, we had it all planned out when we were in America, but Kyle jumped off this rock for a photo and New York and bruised his heel bone and couldn't walk for a couple of weeks.
Silly man.
Yes.
Rock and roll.
The pho- and then we couldn't do it. So that's our plan. That's our next plan. I think that's what we'll be doing.
That's cool.
Mm.
I've seen photos of that. Tommy's brother and sister and brother-in-law have actually done it. And the photos he took, he takes like landscapes and stuff.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
insane. Hey.
Mental.
So keen for that.
Yeah,
All right. We're going to play a little card game to finish this off.
very good.
How are the questions set up in here? What do we got? Top four? Are they separate or are they together or are they
I think we'll just
Run the gauntlet.
we'll
run the
see.
gauntlet? All right.
Yeah.
Do you pick three?
Did I pick 3 or 4? Did I? Fuck.
Okay.
Which one? One's a wild card. I love that.
What was it?
I don't know what one of them is. I thought I said 3. That's all good.
All right.
Yeah.
Who wants to pick?
You go first, Hales.
Been to a nude beach. Am I answering or are we both answering?
No, you answer that one and then we'll do one for Kyle as well.
But
Been
what-
to a nude beach.
Or have you been to the nude beach?
I've been on a couple.
That's Kyle's guilty pleasure. He goes,
I've been
no.
on a couple.
Nude beaches.
Yeah, men
Guilty
only.
pleasure.
I like to compare the market.
Compare the market.
Oh, sorry. You'll cut this one, yeah?
Absolutely not.
That's a social clip. Mark that.
That's the thumbnail. Oh.
Look, we haven't been to a nude beach together and gotten nude with other people, but we first time hitting Europe in our van. We were in France and we were like, let's walk along the beach to this restaurant. And walking along the beach and we were like, wow, there's a lot of naked people. And we were the only ones dressed and everyone was staring at us and we were the only ones dressed. And I reckon there was like 50 naked dudes just like huddling around in groups and chatting.
No,
and
they're all
like
playing soccer.
Yeah, and they're like
Stop
wrestling
it.
each other on the beach. And we were
Yeah.
like, what is
I would have
going
felt all
on?
those would have got me kid off and away we go.
big
Yeah.
Big 10
But we were like
balls.
we were fully dressed for dinner. And I was like, oh, okay, we're the odd ones out here.
Yeah, that was hectic.
No, I was like, welcome to Europe.
Very good.
That definitely, that sounds more fun than the one in Byron Bay.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle.
All right. Never have I ever had a terrifying experience during an overseas holiday.
We've had a couple of holidays.
Yeah, I know.
Work holidays.
Full-time holiday. We were in Norway in 2016 and we're in our van and we met this couple. They were from Australia and they were hitchhiking around Europe. And we met them on this hike and they were like, we started talking and then they needed to go to somewhere that we were going. So we're like, oh, you jump in the van with us. They ended up coming with us for 2 weeks. They were sick, like sweet people, really, really
starting
nice.
to sound real.
No.
Hitchhikers.
I
know what they're thinking right now.
Okay.
Shout out to Jarrad and Kyle. You guys are legends. Anyway, so we went to this camp spot and we were camping in Gian, the bloke. We were camping on this lake and it was the middle of summer, but it was still freezing cold.
Yeah.
And it's like,
No
these
one
are like
around.
alpine lakes, so the water's freezing.
freezing.
There's a little island about 100 meters out and he goes, I want to swim over to that island to do a poo. He's like, I want to do a poo on that island. That's just what he said. So I want to swim
He really
across.
wanted to do shit on this island. It was real
So he
weird.
swam across, and when he got there, he was jumping around, and I think he went like this, and that was that was it.
This. We're
And
doing a crossover.
his partner at the time, Kayla, was like, "Oh, that's his sign for like danger, like something's wrong with him."
Help.
And he was on the ground doing push-ups and
He's acting
everything.
real weird.
Like I don't know if he actually did his poo or not, but like
No, he did. He
Oh,
did
he
his
did?
poo, yeah. I was like, when we finished, I was just like, at least tell me you did your poo.
anyway, so he was you could see him trying to psych himself up and warm himself up because he was so cold. And after about 5 minutes, he's like, all right.
No, he was trying to, sorry to butt in, but he was trying to like build this little raft for himself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're like, what is he doing?
Because we didn't know what was going on at the time, but then it was like, oh, he must be freezing. And then anyway, he couldn't get this raft. So you see him go for it, start swimming across, and he's about 50 meters away from us, and he just starts
Going under.
like literally almost going under. So I run in and I swim as fast as I can, and I like sort of not just get him before he drowned, but like he was
Got him.
really struggling. We come back with him, got him on shore, and he was just blue, like from how cold the water was.
Wow.
Had him all wrapped up, trying to heat him up for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
He come good in the end, but fuck, it was pretty
First
scary.
thing he said after like an hour was like, that was the dumbest idea I've ever had.
Yeah.
He's like,
How
I thought
cold
I
was
was
the
going to
water
die.
been?
It was
was
cold.
cold.
Just because he swam so, it was like 100 meters each way. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't seem that far, but when you're in freezing cold water,
You're probably talking what, like 12-ish degrees, maybe less.
maybe.
Oh,
We had another story as well when we were in Bosnia.
okay.
And we're in the van again. The van is like a haunted house. And I ran a red light, and the Bosnian police pulled me over, and we were with our other friends, Rico and Naomi. So me and Rico are in the front, and the girls are in the back, and the cop pulls me over. And he couldn't speak any English, and he just takes me out of the car and sits me in his cop car.
Yeah.
And he's trying to communicate with me with this bit of paper. And on the bit of paper, it was dodgy as. And it said like €300.
Yeah.
And we were like traveling on a budget, so we had no money. I was like, fuck.
How am I going to pay this girl?
Yeah. And he was just sort of trying to communicate with me. And then he was sort of like getting a little bit agitated. And he gets his police hat and puts it over the camera in the front of his
Stop it.
in the front of his in his police car. And I was like,
Oh, God.
oh God, something bad's gonna go down. And I was just like, okay. And I sort of discard like, where's the ATM?
Yeah.
Whenever,
I remember that. And you got out of the car.
and I was like, got out of the car and slowly walked over to our van. I'm like, I think I have to bribe him, but I don't know because that wasn't euros. It was another currency.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking like, is this like a setup? Like, are they trying to set us up and then like arrest us for like?
Yeah, something.
It was scary.
But yeah, you had the hat over the thing, and I was like, he's gonna bash me or something. And
Gets the
then
baton out.
went and got money out, and it was like €20.
Yeah.
And I sat there in the car with him, and he just looks at me and just goes like this, puts his finger on like his center console and just goes, and I just put the money there. He picks it up and goes, shakes my hand, takes the camera off, and then he just leaves. I was like, what?
His pockets of
Were
money.
you about to like batter me with your baton or something?
€20.
For 20, literally, and it was scary, eh? Like in this town, no one spoke any English.
That's pretty, yeah.
It was
That's
kind of
gnarly.
like a good result for us in the end, actually.
Real good result.
Mate, anywhere where you can't communicate in English and anywhere where you can't talk the same language, or you know that like obviously there's countries out there that police are corrupt. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty obvious.
When he put the hat over the camera, I was like,
That I would have shit a brick.
Yeah, I was like, here we go.
Sounds like you did shit a brick.
This is me done.
I'm about to get flogged. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. Thanks very
worries.
much for sharing your story. It's been fun having a couple of cocktails.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for
Where
having
can
us.
people follow Hayley, your Instagram? Hayley.
Haylza.
Haylza.
Haylza. Yeah, just
And
Haylza the
TikTok?
name.
Same.
Haylza. Yeah.
TikTok, Kyle.
Instagram at Kyle_Hunter, and then TikTok is
Do you do those cute dances?
I love it, mate.
Yeah.
My TikTok is Kyle Hunter __ at the end.
And then YouTube,
Hauser and Kyle.
Hauser and Kyle.
Yep.
That's probably like your Instagrams and probably YouTube's the two best places to find you and learn a little bit more. And your website, you got prints. Like my sister's got one he prints up in her house. It's mate, like got beautiful prints and stuff. So
Stuff on court.
jump on there and have a check of the online store presets.
As well.
Yeah, got the blog.
Yep.
Just haylza.com.
Yeah.
Cool. Jump
Sweet.
online,
Bit of
check
a
them out.
plug.
Thank you guys so much for coming
Thanks for having us,
I
mate.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Enjoy. See you soon.
See-
That's today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, leave a review. Go show the Shake Up some love and stay connected. Don't forget you can watch all of our episodes on YouTube. Also, jump over to our Shake Up Cocktail Gang Facebook page where you can find out who's coming up on the podcast. And if you've got questions for them, I'll ask the bloody questions. You can also use the code SHAKEUP for 10% off on mrconsistent.com.au. Thank you so much for listening. And just remember, shit that's fresh.